Good morning, students. Welcome to the online class of computer. In the previous lecture, we have seen the types of computers. Okay, chapter number 6 types of computer. We have seen the microcomputers and mini computers. So, let us quickly revise what we have learned in the previous lecture. We have learned that computer is used to do day to day. It makes the task very easy for us. The data which are not possible to remember for us can be stored for many years using the computer, and it can process the data very fast and give us the required output without any error. Nowadays there is a range of palm top to supercomputers. There is many range are there. So types of computer let us discuss in this lecture. Okay, microcomputer. The computer in school that and school are microcomputers, which we have learned. Microcomputers is a small comes with a small microprocessor, and they are also known as personal computer. Palm top computer, laptop computer and desktop computer are example of microcomputer here. Next we have seen the mini computer. Mini computer are faster and bigger than microcomputer. It is big as the size of refrigerator and multi-user, and it is a multitask operating system, and it works on Unix. That is a very good operating system. Okay, mini computers are third generation of computers. Okay, VLSI based microcomputers have overtaken the microcomputers. The PDP-8 was the first mini computer developed by DEC, that is Digital Corporation, during 1964. So this was the thing that which we have learned in the previous lecture on microcomputer and mini computer. Okay, now we are going to study one more computer, that is mainframe computers. Now this is a very important topic, students. Mainframe computers. Mainframe computer are used by large organization for fast processing and result. What is meant by large organization? Large organizations as big companies are there. Amul, Tata, these are big organizations. Nestle, okay, McDonald's, these are big organizations. So for faster processing and result, they are using the mainframe computer. Now what is the benefit of using this mainframe computer? You can see it is the size of a cupboard. Okay, so it is very big in size. They were very big in size compared to mini computers. As you can see, the size is very big. So no compare with the mini computer, as it is a refrigerator and it is a size of a two cupboards here. Okay, most of the mainframe computers are capable to host more than one operating system. Now in this, it is capable of hosting more than one operating system. So students, you can see that this is the mainframe computer is capable to host more than one operating system. So more operating system are used in this computer. So much more operating system are used in this computer. So this computer works on many operating system, hence it is used by large organization. Okay, so it is very important in today's world. Multiple user can work simultaneously on a mainframe computer. Now multiple user can work simultaneously on a mainframe computer. Multi user can work at a time on a mainframe computer. So it is very important point of the view. Okay, from company organization. Mainframe computer are useful when huge data are required to be processed certain time period. Now why this mainframe computer are so important? Because they are useful when huge data are required to be processed at a certain time period. For certain time period, the data, huge data they are requiring. For example, if they want a huge data for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it is the mainframe computer is very beneficial in that. Okay students, so this was mainframe computer. Next is the very important computer that we are going to learn is supercomputer. Now what is a supercomputer? It's a very important computer, and it is why it is called supercomputers that we are going to learn in this lecture. Okay, A supercomputer is useful to process complex numerical calculation very fast. So this supercomputer is useful for complex numerical calculation very fast. For many calculation it is used supercomputer. So whenever there is a complex numerical calculation, this computer is required. Okay. A supercomputer is used for weather forecasting and complex scientific calculations. For weather forecasting, we have used very high intelligence. So this computer is used for weather forecasting. For if you want to calculate the weather, okay. And complex scientific calculations. So complex scientific calculation are also done by this computer. A supercomputer is very costly. It is very costly, and it is used by the developed countries mostly. Okay. Many processors work simultaneously in a supercomputer. In the supercomputer, you can see many processes work simultaneously in a computer. A supercomputer is used, so many processes are fit inside the supercomputer for its good output or a result. Okay. The first Indian supercomputer is Param 8000. So first supercomputer is Param 8000. Param is the abbreviated for parallel machines. Abbreviated means it is the full form for parallel machine. Okay. So it is the abbreviated. Meaning of Param is parallel machine. It was developed by CDEC during the year 1991. So it was developed by CDEC in the year 1991. Okay. So who developed the supercomputer of India? It was CDEC. Recently, India has developed fourth fastest supercomputer named HP Cluster Platform 3000 BL460C. So recently India has made one new computer, that is HP Cluster Platform. For it is a higher version of supercomputers. Okay. So supercomputer is very important in our day-to-day life, and it is very important in the with the weather forecasting or scientific calculation. It is very important. So it was supercomputer. Next is the variable computers, which we are going to see. What is a variable computers? This type of computer can be worn on the body, therefore they are known as variable computers. Now this type of computers we can put on our body, therefore they are known as variable computers. Okay. We can put on our body and we can make the use of them. Okay. They are useful for medical research and other scientific calculation for research. So these computers are very important for medical research and other medical scientific research also. Okay. So we can use them. Okay. It is a very useful for medical research and other scientific research also. It is used to know the body movement. It is used to know the body movement. Any body movement we can make a use of them and we can perform simultaneously. Okay. This type of computers are not required to be switched on or off. They constantly communicated with its user. So these are, we cannot switch it off or on. Okay. They constantly communicate with the user, whoever is using it. So it communicates with the user directly. There are no usual keyboards, mouse and other devices attached to it. So no keyboard, mouse and other attached devices are attached to it. They are variable computers and they can perform for medical research and other scientific research. You can see in the picture a person is making the use of the variable computers and is making all the things. Okay. Is used the making of projectors, camera and movements also here using. So for medical research it is very important, and for scientific research also the variable computers are very important. Okay. So they this variable computers communicate with the user constantly. Okay. You have seen that wristwatch, right? When the heartbeat or the blood flow of the you have to measure the patient heartbeat, or that can be exactly calculated on the variable computers here. Okay. there are no computers, there are no keyboard, mouse or other devices attached to wearable computers. Okay, so this was our lecture on types of computers. So that's for today now. Thank you and have a nice day.